All right, good morning and welcome back. So today, the only thing that we need to do is watch through this video. You should be watching this through Delta Math. If you're not, before you continue, stop, go to Delta Math and watch it through there because that shows me if you are actually watching it. I can see if you watch all the way to the end and you'll get your points for watching along. So what we're doing today on 7.2 day 2 homework from last week, several people missed it or missed several questions. Okay, it was a little challenging. Some of you, I think, were making some mistakes as you were setting things up. Um, whatever the reason you made a mistake, let's learn from those mistakes. So, if we take a look here, we have a couple options. You can either deal with this one on this problem. I believe it's the second one on the homework. There's a couple ways we can deal with it. So the first thing we want to notice, these arrowheads on here, that tells us these sides are parallel. Now once we know they're parallel, we know the relationship on the outside, so 3 over 9 would have to be the same to question mark over 20. Okay, or sorry, I misspoke. A question mark over 20, that's where you make your mistake. 20 is the whole length here. So not question mark over 20, but question mark over what's over here. Okay, so if we do this, we can solve it that way. We could do 3 over 9 equals, instead of question mark, I'm going to put an x. Now if I do this, I have to do 20 minus x. Okay, so the reason 3 over 9 is this chunk, so x, and then 20 minus x would tell us what that chunk is. The other way you could do it, if you want, if you want to put x over 20 on the other side, that's fine. But then the 3 matches up with the x, but instead of a 9, I have to put a 12. And hopefully you can see the reason why. 20 is the whole length, so 9 is not the whole length. The whole length would be 3 plus 9, which is 12. So either of these options work. We'll quick show that both will work. So if we cross multiply, we'll get 9x equals 60 minus 3x. Over here we'll get 12x equals 60. And hopefully you'll see if we add this 3x over, add the 3x over, now we also have 12x equals 60. The same thing for both of those. So if we divide by 12, we'll get x to equal 5. Same way here, divide 60 by 12, x equals 5. So either of those options works. Once again, we can do 3 over 9. If you do 3 over 9, it's this chunk over this chunk equals the x over, the whole thing was 20, so we have to do 20 minus whatever that x is. That'll give us what's left here. So that was one way. The other option, if you want to do x over 20 for this side, the whole side length, that's fine. The 3 and the question mark match up, so the 3 goes on top, and then we have to do 12 for that whole side length. Now down here, I believe this was the first one on the homework. This one, there's not as many options. I guess technically we still could do the whole side length if we wanted, but the easier thing, once again, there are two parallel sides. If there's two parallel sides, and it's all on the outside, just set up 2 over 4 equals x over 7. From here we cross multiply. We're going to get 4x equals 14. Divide by 4. Now some of you might have second guessed this because we get a decimal. That's okay. 14 divided by 4 does give us 3.5. Okay? Sometimes that's how it is, and that's all right. Now the final one here, once again, we're trying to find this question mark, find PW. Okay, it tells us PVW is similar to PQR. So we got the small one and the big one. Now, we have lots of options on how we can set this up. First off, this is on the outside, the x, so we could figure out based on 9 over 9, and then x in this missing spot there, set those equal. Okay, if you do that, you would have to do 22 minus x to find what goes right there. So that is one option. Now the other option, if we think about it here, this triangle is the small one, this triangle is the big one. So we could do like this side is 9 over x for the small triangle. Small triangle like right here. Now if we do that, our big triangle, we want to know which sides match up. hopefully you can see that 9 would be this whole side. So 9 plus 9 is 18. And if we look, that x was this part, which matches up with the 22. So if we set it up like that, okay. The other option is, instead of using the 9 and the 18 on top, you could have had the 6 and the 12. So it doesn't really matter. If we do 6 over x equals 12 over 22, these two things should give us the same answer, okay? So we cross multiply 9 times 22. That's going to give us 198. That equals, oops, not just x, that equals 18x. We divide by 18, we'll get x equal 11. Now just to show that that really works the other way too, if we go over here, multiply 6 times 22, it's going to give us 132. That equals 12x. We divide by 12, and once again, 132 divided by 12 will give us 11. So we get the same thing either way. So once again, if you've watched this video, you're good. Now, a couple of you, depending on when you have me in class, you'll have this on a different day. So if this is Monday and you're watching, then remember, tomorrow on Tuesday and Wednesday, you have the version of, I gave you the paper version of the study guide. You can work through that. Those answers will be posted Wednesday. Bring any questions Thursday. Now, if this is Thursday and you're watching, hopefully you've already completed that study guide and checked your answers. And remember, we have our test tomorrow on Friday, the next day for those of you on Thursday. So our test is this Friday, and it is going to be on It's Learning. If you sign in, go to Resources, choose our chapter 7, and go all the way to the bottom and select that folder, and inside there will be the test. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys soon.